So today I want to show you how you can set up custom colors with the Nektar Pacer. Now I know a lot of people here on my YouTube channel have specifically bought the Nektar Pacer MIDI foot remote to use with their Boss RC-505 after they've seen this video over here. Now, if you have the Nektar Pacer and you want to use it with your Boss RC-505, one thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to customize the colors so they respond with a color that makes sense, i.e. red for record, green for play, and then whatever other colors you may wish to set up. Now, this tutorial is going to show you how you can set up those custom colors. So the first thing we are going to do is we're just going to simply boot up a default patch. So if I just scroll over to a new set of presets, so we'll go into the B presets over here, and I will set up my patches on B3 and B4. So let's kick things off with my play bank patches. And I'll first show you how we can change the colors of our track switches over here. So first things first, we'll turn the dial over to the right and we'll go into the control settings. So now you can see we can select which foot switch that we want to use, signified by this one flashing here. So I will click in foot switch 1, it's started blinking, and now we will continue with the setup. So we'll scroll over to the right until we get to LED. So if I just click that in, it's going to take us to this MIDI option here, on, off, and also the LED number. So what we're going to do first is, we are first going to discuss the on and off color. So basically on the Nektar Pacer, we have two options for the colors that are displayed on the pedal. If you remember back to when I just demonstrated my Nektar Pacer, you may have noticed that when my foot switches are off, they are displaying white, and then when they are on, they're usually displaying either red or green, depending on what command that particular foot switch is sending to my Boss RC-505. So I'm going to show you how we can set up the off color to just be a neutral white, and then I'll show you how you can change the on color to be a custom color of your choice. Now, before we go any further with the tutorial, today's video is a segment from my Boss RC-505 Ultimate Guide, where I have over 57 videos showing you how to get the most out of your Boss RC-505 loop station. So if you want to learn more about how to use your loop pedal and also learn a little bit more about the Nektar Pacer with your Boss RC-505, then check out that link in the video description down below. So let's first set off the off color. So I'll just simply click the dial in, and you can see right now it's just set to the default, so whatever was on this preset before. Now, if we scroll over to the left, you can see now we have this number called 12B, 12A, and then, we can go all the way through like so. Now, each number has an A and also a B option. So the A signifies it is the brighter version, and then the B signifies it is the dimmer version of that color. So we basically have two different versions of the luminosity of the actual LED, which is pretty cool depending on how bright you actually want the foot switch to be displayed. So I usually opt for the A version, the brighter version of the LED, because I prefer the pedal to be super bright when I'm standing up on stage, and then, I can clearly see it, whether it's a dark room, whether it's a light room and I'm playing outside in the sun, I can clearly see my foot switches illuminating. So I'm going to opt for the lowercase a, but I will set up a foot switch in the B mode so you can see the difference in the light on the switches. So in order to set up the specific color you want, you should check out the picture inside of the manual, because it tells you the color codes of each color available on the Nektar Pacer, which is super handy, and it makes a lot of sense once someone explains what the A and the B variants actually mean. So in order to set up off color, which is just going to be a neutral white, we want to head on over to number 12. So 12 in the color chart on the Nektar Pacer manual is white. And again, we have a super bright white, or we have a dimmed version of the white with the lowercase b. So I'm just going to go for the super bright one with the uppercase A, and then we can just select that in and exit out of the menu. Now we're going to customize the on color of this foot switch. So just scroll over to the left until you get to the on color, and then click the dial in. So right now it's set to default. So again, whatever the color was on this preset patch, it's going to be that color. I think it was blue, if I remember correctly, when we booted this up. So we are going to switch this out by scrolling over to the left and just repeating the process, but selecting a different color this time for what you actually want to trigger. So on this preset, we are going to set up our play stop commands. And on the Boss RC-505, the color that signifies those style of commands is usually a green. So that's what we are going to select on the Nektar Pacer, just so it all ties in with each other. So the color we need to select is color code 7A. So if you want to see the rest of this video and learn how to set up the red LED color to correspond with your record lights on the Boss RC-505, then check out the link in the video description down below for the Boss RC-505 Ultimate Guide. If you've enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. But as always, I've been Ben Rollins. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.